All right, guys. Fulu coming to you with another video. Shout outs to the whole LGBC. If you like this video, please feel free to like the video, and if you want to, please subscribe to the page. After this video, I'll probably do a boxing video, but this is another social video. Um, now, um, what happened is that I want to say that I watched one video called Interacial Marketing, and this is a new term that I heard basically that was I want to say put into this video. And the thing is about this whole situation is you see it so much here in Los Angeles that it's not even funny. I was looking at a billboard that had I want to say underwear ad, and in that ad it had the Caucasian man with a black woman, and they were holding hands and they were in underwear. And I said, well, not a surprise anymore, right? But then the video, like the interracial marketing video, kind of took it a step further and just kind of said that, it mentioned the term that I'm pretty sure a lot of my listeners are familiar with, called eugenics. And eugenics actually is pretty much diluting the original strain of a person. You know what I mean? I'll give you an example. When the Arabs, the original Arabs, because of the desert, because of the harsh climate and things like that, the original Arabs were a dark-skinned people. It doesn't necessarily mean that they were African. It doesn't mean that, but it means that they were dark-skinned. When you look at the like literature, the Arabic literature, like from Arabic scholars, they say like prominent figures in Islamic history were Adam, Shadid al-Utma, Adam, and Adam in Arabic means black, and there's different terms for black in Arabic. Adam is one of them. Aswad is another one. The feminine one is Sauda, and you hear it all the time for a lot of figures, you know what I mean? And even the thing is like sometimes they're referred to as asmar, which means like like a yellow, not even a high yellow, but a yellow, And so with that being said, it's like basically, it's basically saying that these people were black skinned, but due to conquest, the Arabs, they conquered a lot of territory. The thing is, Syria used to be Roman, Syria used to be Roman. Iraq used to be Persian. North Africa used to be Amazigh, and so on and so on. and basically also you got to look at, Arabs who went into Spain too. They were described as jet black as well most of the time. And so what I'm getting at is that, because of these conquests, most of the time they didn't bring women. So what would they do? They would marry the local women. Most oftentimes than not, they would take the local women as like partners. And throughout time, the darkness went away because they were so much into their thing with those women that the blackness like just went out. And so that you can say that was a form of eugenics back then. Now fast forward today, we see the same thing happening. When you look like down the lines and stuff like that, like because of this agenda being pushed, people are more often than not gonna fall for the social engineering taking place. They're gonna be like, oh, like let me get a white boy and let me just like stick with him, because he has the A1 credit, he has, he's on the billboard, you know what I mean? And that woman looks happy on the billboard. This is like going into the subconsciousness of like black people. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not just like here in America, it's taking place in Africa a lot, because the meal ticket, they're looking for a meal ticket, and the meal ticket is there, and so it just leads to a lot of European men marrying African women. But the reason why I'm talking about this is because of the simple fact that it's not going to end no racism. Meghan Markle is a perfect example. Damn well they didn't want her in that royal household. That for a fact. That's 110% fact that they didn't want her in there. Come on now, be real with yourself. You think they wanted her to be in there? No, absolutely not. Come on now, man. And you got to look at the example of her kids. Look, she comes from I guess an English father and a Jamaican mother, and now she cultivated with a English man. So what do the kids come out to be? I mean, those kids are not going to look black. You're not going to really see a lick of black on them. You feel me? And so the idea of this, I don't know why they're doing it, because the agenda is, I know it's a sinister agenda, and it's not one that is promoting equality. It is not one promoting that we're all humans, that love has no color, that, love is blind, and all of these things. I know that's not the end goal for what's happening. In my opinion, I think it's just a motive to like put us against each other, because what's gonna happen is, it'll be like the black man will be with a white woman, and he'll be saying things like, yeah, I'm glad I have my white woman. She don't give me no attitude. She don't give me this. She don't give me that. T actually, went on about like why a white woman is better than a black woman. He actually did that in a magazine, I believe. I believe it was an online magazine. He listed the reasons why like a black woman is better than a white woman, or I mean a white woman is better than a black woman. And then vice versa, you'll have women who will say like I left the ship and I'm gonna go with a white dude. And it there was a WWE woman who said, yeah, I prefer white guys, and I like white guys, this, that, and the other about white guys and things like that. And everybody has tastes and preferences and stuff like that, but I have a feeling that a lot of the time some of these people's tastes and preferences aren't sincere. That's just why I think about it. I think that it's like social engineering. And I think what it is too is like, because it's happened to me more than once where like, a black woman is with a white guy, and me, like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I want to say that I try to be a balance in between, like, but the reality is about me. And even if I know how to talk to people, I know how to switch my speech up when talking to different people. The reality about me is, I come from the hood. You know what I mean? Like I was like, when I got to this country, like as I said before, like I was in the hood. Crenshaw, Slauson 54, 60th and Bryanhurst, Renpaul. That's all my turf. You know what I mean? Like, so, obviously I'm going to wear that wherever I go, along with my Africanness. That makes up a part of me too. It's that experience I've had in those places. And so that reflects in my clothing and stuff like that. You're not going to see me like with no like, blazers on. You're not going to see me with no things like that on that, these black women are used to seeing white guys with, you feel me? Or and things like that. You're going to see me with my sweat suits on, my track suits on, my basketball shorts and my sandals. I know there's a time and a place to dress up. And I got that. Don't get it twisted. I got like high-end stuff that I can wear. You know what I mean? It's just that most of the time I don't need to wear it. I do my own thing. You feel me? And so, they subconsciously, when they look at me, they look at thug. They look and they automatically think thug. You know what I mean? That's what they automatically think, And it's just that's how the ball is falling. You know what I mean? And it's going on with these commercials, it's going on with these things, and I just really think it's a sinister plot that they're doing. You know what I mean? And another thing that happened yesterday, and this was at a Super Bowl party. The Cape Verdeans, we had a Super Bowl party, and we do it annually, so it's good. We get to talk to each other, politic and things like that. And what happened was there was a white girl who went there, and this white girl had 2 kids by a black dude. The thing is about her is she automatically think that because she have kids by a black dude that I'm gonna jump on her. Like she got me effed up. Like I'm not that black dude. I'm not a guy who's gonna do that. You feel me? Like I'm not attracted to them at all. That's on the set. Like there's nothing attractive to me about them. And that's just my honest to God opinion. It's an unpopular truth, but it is what it is. And I'm gonna stand by my truth and I'm gonna hold my line. And she said something. I'm like, okay, you like I looked at her like side eye. because she was like, if you shave off your beard, you would look a lot more presentable. You would look a lot more, this, that, and the other. I looked at her side-eyed. I'm like, you think I'm trying to look presentable for you? Okay, I'm going to keep my beard. Fidel Castro died with his beard. I'm going to die with my beard. And that's just what it is, cuz. And so, I think she thinks that, like, I bought the gas that they're showing on these commercials and stuff. And sorry, I didn't buy the gas, bro. Didn't buy the gas. But it's happening a lot, man. And I don't know what's going to happen with me, because right now, like, as it is what it is, but because this generation is changing so much, but, I'm young still, but, everybody wants like a relationship. Everybody wants a solid one to settle down with, someone they can build with. People want that, you know what I mean? And I'm one of the ones who want it, but I want a partnership. So I said, I want to make money together. I want to go on trips together. I want to like get bags together. I want to seek knowledge together. It's deep for me. And I'm sorry to say it, but white women ain't going to be into the type of knowledge I'm into. And that's a fact. That's just it. You know what I mean? So, like, with that being said, everybody got their preference. Everybody got their taste. Some of the giants in Africa married white women. You know what I mean? But they still held their line. They still held their line. Stuff like that. Sheikh Anta Diop married a French woman. Frantz Fanon married a French woman. But they still went at them about what was said. But, that's another discussion in itself. Was it like contradictory? You know what I mean? Or was it, because the thing is, they never preached black love or anything like that. Me and my friend were having a discussion about it. They just put out information, you feel me? And the information they put out, was solid. And I benefited from it, you know what I mean? I can say that I benefited a lot from it, you feel me? I can say I benefited from the information, but this interracial marketing is a real thing. Look at all these commercials, they're really pushing this. And for me, I just like say I'm cool, and you got to look at it. They don't show like a lot of black families. Like, they don't show LeBron James a lot. They don't really show LeBron with his family, They show others, but yeah, I don't got nothing, man. I don't have nothing to do with them, and that's just it. And they're often shocked, like, like, it's like I was built different, bro. But anyhow, man, that's all I got for now. Leave your thoughts and leave your comments and let me know what you think. Let me know if you think this is a real thing. Let me know if you think interracial marketing is something real. Let me know if you think it's something that's really happening. And that's being pushed down our throats. Let me know. I want to know what y'all think. Well, anyhow, man, that's all I got for now. Fool is signing out. Leave your thoughts. Njara.